Thanatophobia, the fear of death. Everyone at some point in time has dealt with the concept of death. Losing a loved one, fearing your own death one day, wondering where we go. Is there a heaven, a hell? Is there nothing? Or do we follow a portal into the afterlife?
Follow the tunnel into the portal.
Who is this fairy-like creature? And who is Melanie Martinez? A 17-year-old talented person in 2012 once wowed the judges on the third season of The Voice with their cover of Britney Spears' Toxic. Their undeniably unique voice earned them 3 chair turns. They made it to top 6 on the season before they were eliminated. But elimination was far from the end of Martinez's career. After her debut single Dollhouse in 2014 and signing to Atlantic Records in that same year, her debut album came soon after in 2015, Crybaby, the start of a trilogy. This can be considered a visual album as every single song came with an accompanying music video which altogether told the story of Crybaby. The album as a whole tells the story of drug abuse, depression, and family dysfunction. After a 4-year wait, it was sure worth the wait to see what Martinez was working on for her second album, K-12. The album came accompanied by a full film directed by herself, following Crybaby's persona as she goes away to a K-12 boarding school and deals with the growing pains of teenagehood. She tackles countless issues like systems of power, body image, romantic love, and more. This leads us to today, another 4 years later. Melanie Martinez delivers the final piece of the trilogy, the album titled Portals. Martinez really pushed themselves with lyrics, theme, and meaning diving even deeper than ever before. Crybaby was evolving as a soul. The dead body reborn in a new form. This is all heavily influenced by Martinez's own personal journey as an artist and as a person, as they have spent the past few years healing, tapping into their inner past.
You know, it obviously follows the storyline of Crybaby, but she's evolving and it's more existential. The biggest inspirations I will say that I've been drawing on is I read a lot of books about like past life regression therapy and death.
She never specifies the book she's referencing, but one book, The Past Life Perspective, explains this form of therapy as a way for everyday people to experience prior lifetimes all the way through their deaths, tapping into abiding spiritual truths and answering essential questions about human existence. As a result, with this album, the artist wishes to portray the fact that humans are immortal. They want to give people hope that there's life after death. The album's lead single, titled Death, delves into this persona existing in the afterlife and struggling to communicate with their loved ones on Earth. On the day of their album release, they shared in an Instagram caption that their hope is to make grief easier. We're all just here to grow, create, feel, and have shared experiences with one another to help each other evolve. These themes were, unsurprisingly, thoughtfully sprinkled into K-12 years before this album was released. Throughout K-12, a spiritual guide by the name of Lilith is present. They pop in every once in a while to remind Crybaby, a being with magical powers, that life in this body is temporary and necessary to growth.
You've had many bodies before this, and you'll continue to have more. You're immortal.
K-12 ultimately ends with the destruction of the school, and Lilith comes back.
Oh my god, it's fun!
All of the bodies in the school who were, quote, one of us, walked through Lilith's portal, but Crybaby fans were left on a cliffhanger. We never know if Crybaby entered the portal or not.
Are you coming?
And with this new album having come before Melanie released the anticipated film for it, we still do not know. This has led multiple fans to theorize what happened to Crybaby's previous body to lead to this new creature that Melody is so committed to, even in live performances. For instance, at the end of Death, this audio plays. Some fans wonder if this is the audio of her running into the portal at the end of K-12. We truthfully do not know how Crybaby died, but I believe Martinez precisely does not want us to focus on how she died. They want us to focus on human immortality and understand that Crybaby is not really dead, only her body is.
We aren't our bodies. They're just temporary.
And this album uncovers some of the struggles and conflicts of living on Earth. But Martinez has reported multiple times that conflict is necessary for us to grow, so that we can be better in the next lives.
We must feel the physical pain of this world. Because the only way that we can truly learn is through experience.
The last song on the album, Womb, was confirmed as written from the perspective of being in the womb and feeling both nervous and excited about entering a new lifetime, about to forget everything you currently know to, quote, let your human experience on Earth move your progression forward. What's beautiful about life is that it is a cycle of growth. Melanie's artistic choices reflect this. The last song on the album ends with a loop. And the album's first song, Death, actually starts with this loop. The album loops, just like the circle of life. And Melanie plays on the life cycle by starting the album with the single titled Death. Death is not an end, it is merely a new beginning. This is not goodbye. Everyone dies, and there should be less fear around it.
I don't know why people are so scared of death.
I agree. It's just another part of life.
Life may be difficult, but the plane we live on right here, right now, is a part of an experience, a journey to grow into our best selves here and thereafter. Death may be near or it may be far, but altogether, it is a part of learning. We are here on Earth to help each other evolve.
Any storm you face will transform itself into a crystalline rainbow in divine timing.
Somewhere on Venus, they're searching for me while I'm covered in muck from the earth and the sea.